Over here you see the very early stages of my new game engine. It's called the Anyma engine. It's completely focused on performance in order to make my dream experiments come true, which is a huge simulation of an ecosystem with evolving creatures. I've been making evolution simulations for a long time now. The earliest project that you can still find online is this one. This is called Alive Creatures. You can find it on itch.io. And I started this around 12 years ago. Now I started programming in Objective-C because I wanted to become rich making iOS apps. But later I switched to Java because I really like Minecraft. In Java it is that I made my first evolution simulations. The one that you see here is also made in Java. Well, Java is fine, but eventually you will run into some performance issues. So I've switched to C++. Over the past week I've made quite some progress. I copy-pasted a lot of stuff from my previous game engine. I wrote a high-performance renderer and tested it with some shapes. I drew some cute agents with eyes. I tested the limits, implemented collision detection and raycasting, found some very weird graphics glitches and solved them, and I made these cool debug tools. Here we have 64,000 agents being drawn at the same time. So we can already make huge worlds when it comes to the renderer at least. Well, I'm cheating a little bit because the agents don't do a lot, but this is all single-threaded, so we're not using the entire computer at all yet. The first simulation is going to be simple predator-prey dynamics. Here you see these red guys and these green guys, which is supposed to be the predator and the prey. For my next simulation I also want to make a custom physics engine, just like I had in the simulation 12 years ago. And I want to sort of try to recreate it, but this time at a much larger scale. Even further in the future, I have a pretty crazy idea, where I want to have a brain with a different update rate than the physics. So, for instance, I want the brain to update every 6 frames, and the physics to update every frame. Now this is very difficult to do, because then I need to copy the state of the entire world to a background thread, which can then collect the sensory information and update the brains, since that's a very compute-intensive operation. This is difficult to do because copying is also very expensive. And in order to solve that, I want to put all memory of the world next to each other, so that I can copy the entire state of the world in one big chunk to this background thread. I want the development process of this engine to be completely open. Starting today, you can download it on itch.io as an executable. You can go to GitHub and you can view the source, you can download it, customize it, whatever you want. And if you want to follow my day-to-day progress, you can follow me on Twitter. Now, if you have any suggestions, please contact me, because those suggestions are extremely welcome. And let's go ahead and create live.